The Flash isn't as uncomfortable to sit through as something like this year's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but believe me, it sure tried. However, I won't lie to you and say it's all bad, because it's not. Batman and Supergirl, despite being horrendously underused, are highlights of the film. Combine this with some enjoyable cameos and genuinely heartfelt scenes thanks to Ezra Miller's competent performance, there are glimmers of fantastic filmmaking in here. However, it's trapped around an annoying script like an eye of a hurricane. No matter how nice and tranquil the center may be, it's surrounded by chaos. For starters, the story and directing feel so determined to erase Ezra's stellar performance with another performance by Miller that is, to be blunt, skull-numbingly insufferable.
Oh, this is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
The younger Barry Allen in this film is an irredeemable dork that is loud, incompetent, and ignorant.
Wait, he's Batman?
I'm sure people will enjoy this film for what it is, and don't let me talk you out of seeing it if you are looking forward to it, but for someone who usually loves these types of films, for the majority of its runtime, I found it to be absolutely unbearable.
What did you do?
After entertainment releases took a drastic pause during the pandemic, Extraction set the internet on fire with its thrilling story, tense setting, and top-notch action choreography. Fast forward a couple of years and we get the highly anticipated follow-up, promising crazier stunts, deeper character work, and action cranked up to an 11. And, as an unapologetic fan of the first film, it pains me to say that Extraction 2 is a massive step down in almost every single way. Unlike last time where the character arcs were formed off the backbone of the chemistry between Hemsworth and his castmates, here he might have well just left them behind. The son in this is so stupid I felt my skull rot every time he was on screen. It's not the actor's fault, but it is such an indictment on Joe Russo's writing capabilities post the MCU. If you can get over the annoying characters and uninspired writing and setting, however, Extraction 2 still stands on its own as an action movie. Some sequences in particular being some of the standouts of the year, even if it doesn't come even close to the first film. With our culture being the way it is, No Hard Feelings is a movie that many would think couldn't be made today. The film is excessive, flooded with non-stop innuendos, and even contains a prolonged fight scene full of in-your-face nudity.
Buongiorno!
That's my cousin. Gary, I swear to God, he's my cousin. He's my second cousin.
This is a return to the late 2000s raunchy R-rated comedy. Our two leads are fantastic, Jennifer Lawrence in particular flexing her comedic muscles.
Hi. Mind if I touch your wiener?
What?
The plot is outlandish, nonsensical, and is totally engaging from beginning to end. I don't know if it'll have the staying power like some of the other films in this genre, but it is hilarious enough to make your cheeks hurt in the cinema, definitely making up for the price of admission in the first 20 minutes alone.
Don't touch me!
Get away from her!
Stay.
We should go.
Stunning and emotional, director James Mangold has crafted something both expected and thought-provoking. A deconstruction of a beloved icon, an absolute rock star within his own mythology, who's fallen victim to time and heartache. Dial of Destiny is complete with humor that pops, action that satisfies, and cinematography that had me enamored from beginning to end. Harrison Ford has not lost a beat, and he successfully brings a new level of emotion to the character that has not been seen until now. It truly feels like a faithful continuation of the story without being weighed down by the style of filmmaking from the original trilogy. The action is so much more dynamic, and the settings are so much more realized, yet it still retains that charm and sense of adventure that made the brand so popular to begin with. The only real downside is the lack of originality within the script. Aside from a few interesting themes and sequences, the film plays out just about how you would expect. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it becomes very predictable because of its cliché screenplay. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not effective. When characters need an emotional arc, they get it, and the film successfully sticks that landing. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a wonderful goodbye for the character, a satisfying adventure that's both heartbreaking and heartwarming, yet still retains that silly over-the-top fun from the original trilogy. The writing is pretty derivative, but the passion displayed from the cast and crew on screen pulsates within every second of the film's runtime, bookending an amazing run with an emotional farewell to Hollywood's most recognizable adventurer. Colorful, creatively vibrant, and filled with soul, Elemental is a wonderful new addition from Pixar, proving once again that they are the true shepherds of high-quality storytelling in the animated genre.
And fire? As ordered. We run a little hot.
They have yet again created a simple but inspiring tale for all ages that works both as a coming-of-age comedy and a love story that is Shakespearean in nature. The characters are fun and charming, and the animation is so incredible to look at, definitely deserving of the big screen viewing experience. As a full package, Elemental is delightful in every sense of the word, a classic feel-good movie that's both simple and philosophically deep, diving headfirst into forbidden interracial love and unraveling unfair expectations within the cultural perspective.
Those are too hot.
I love hot food.
You see? He likes it.
After 10 plus years of a somewhat fan-beloved but critically panned series of films by Michael Bay, and a small-scale shift away from an ensemble spectacle in Bumblebee, the Transformers are back with Rise of the Beasts. And, despite pulling from more niche areas of the mythology, under Stephen Cable Jr.'s confident and competent direction, the film acts as an incredible return to form for the titular characters.
Let them come.
As you watch the film, you can tell there is a love for the material, whether it is from the surprisingly funny banter between the characters, or the energy and creativity infused into the action scenes. Our new human leads carry their roles in this larger-than-life story with tenacity, having unique skills and knowledge that work symbiotically with their robot companions, who are indisputably the focus of the film. For the first time, not only do the robots take the spotlight, but they make up a majority of the character building. On a technical aspect, the CGI for the most part is pretty remarkable, the best being within the final act where all the plot threads converge into an all-out war. It's nothing short of a colossal spectacle. My favorite, however, is when the film slows down, allowing for incredible cinematography to capture beautiful sunsets around snow-capped mountaintops or fog-filled valleys with complex river systems. The cherry on top is the visual effects feel like they're rendered so seamlessly, it's as if these fantastical beings are actually real.
Stand down! I won't ask a second time.
Transformers Rise of the Beasts is a perfect example of well-crafted blockbuster entertainment, and if the franchise continues to go down this path, it is in good hands and will undoubtedly have one of the greatest redemptions in cinematic history.
Roll out! Maximals, maximize!
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a riveting journey with emotional storytelling and an art style somehow even more beautiful than its predecessor, showcasing unparalleled talent and care with every frame of its record-breaking 2-hour and 16-minute runtime. In this story, we discover new pathways through the multiverse, stopping through realities that get exponentially more and more crowded every passing minute.
All stations, stop Spider-Man!
Thankfully, we experience it from Miles' point of view. If we didn't, it would quickly dissolve into a migraine-inducing collection of Easter eggs. Oddly enough, however, it is not the destinations and overarching story that is the most engaging in this film. It is Miles and his discovery of how he fits into all of it, and how it may or may not derail the relationships he cherishes most. This creates a sense of tension and emotional stakes that have not been present in an animated film in a long time.
In every other universe, Gwen Stacy falls for Spider-Man. And in every other universe, it doesn't end well.
The energy of this film is unmatched, which also leads it into being a bit of a mess. But like most of the famous paintings in history, no matter how convoluted and messy they seem on the surface, underneath there are nuances and beauty with every drop that ever touched the canvas. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a work of art, a true animated masterpiece that will transcend the genre into something greater.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
Thanks for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, subscribing, and sticking around. I do movie reviews and box office reports every single week, so if you don't want to miss that, you know what to do.